Jesus Christ, Bible says he was equal with God, but he did not grasp it. It's a true sign of humility. It goes beyond just the place that demands rights and privileges to the point that even denigrates you lower because you know who you are. I gave a good example, I'll repeat. Messi, Lionel Messi, greatest football player in the world. Now, you know why some of you are not clapping? You think it's Ronaldo, you think it's... We can fight over that. But you're not going to win it today because I'm preaching. When you preach, one day when we give you an altar, whichever year it will be, you'll give your opinions as of whether they'll be playing or not. That'll be your issue. Me thinks that's my own thought. That is the greatest. I'll tell you why he's the greatest. It goes beyond the football he plays. It's the aura of invisible greatness that he carries. Let me explain. I sent a video to Pastor Zach because usually some of those things when I see them, I want to share with my pastors for our fellowship to ponder. So he was playing football. He comes off the pitch to come and sit. Now, his team bench is full of players. Now, on there is a younger player. You know those young boys who are not, they just came, they warmed, but they didn't play. Okay? So there is a young man on a chair. He sees greatness and he stands up and comes and taps Lionel Messi and said, "You can have my seat." It's the proper thing. That's how we raise our children. Okay? It is scriptural. The Bible says you must rise when greatness appears. This is an instruction. It is not, even if some of you might have not been raised that way. The Bible says when the hoary, white head, when somebody greater than you appears in a room, Leviticus 19:32, you shall rise before the gray-headed and honor the presence of an old man and fear your God. I am your Lord. This is an instruction. They don't even need to be gray-headed. But if you know somebody carries some honor and is your head or leader, it is godly. Those things are pleasing to God when you rise. Okay? This was a less man rising before greatness. Right? To Lionel Messi, it was a privilege. It wasn't, okay, to us Christianity, it's a right. But to the fallen world, it's not a right. If that young man stayed on that chair, there's nothing that would happen. Would there be? No, nothing. Could have still stayed on his chair. But he offered the older one because he was raised right. Now, Lionel Messi, if he took that chair and sat, he would not have done anything wrong because it was right for the older one to sit. Now, some of us who are African, you know it. There was even a time we're not allowed to sit on the dining table at one point. I'm not talking about these mango kids, Nakasero or Kalola. No, I'm talking about typical African men. Even dad has his own special chair. You understand? Dining was for guests or when you grow up. Tukute. Sometimes I think some of us come from very far. But anyway, I want to make my point. If Lionel Messi demanded the chair, he would have been a man seeking privilege or upholding his right. You're younger than me, get up. But he didn't ask for that chair. That was point number 2. Laying down your what? Your rights. In fact, he refused. That was laying down his rights. Right? Do you know what he did next? He sat down. That's point number 4. Because in his head or understanding of things, if I took that chair This young man would have a wrong example that when you're at this level, this is what you do. But I want to show him what invisible greatness is. That's greatest of all time. For me, that's my God. Tell me about yours. He sat down. There are some, the moment you take them off, they even don't agree. They kick bottles. Why did they take me off? Because that chair doesn't make him. That boy's leg is insured. The last I checked, of 800 million United States dollars. That's the insurance. Is it left leg or right leg? Left leg. Messi's leg can look after your family lineage for generations. Just the left leg. Mukama. Somebody say, Mukama.